Once in a bustling city, there was a man named David. David was the epitome of success. He had a thriving business, a loving family, and the admiration of his peers. Raised in a devout household, David's faith in God had always been his guiding star. He started his business with little more than his faith, hard work, and the belief that God would guide him. As his business grew, David's life became a whirlwind of meetings, deals, and high society events. He found less time for church, prayer, and reflection. The Bible that once lay on his bedside table gathered dust, replaced by financial reports and business strategies. His Sundays, once sacred, were now consumed by work. With each passing year, David's success skyrocketed. He built a mansion, traveled the world, and enjoyed luxuries he had never imagined. The more he gained, the more he drifted away from the simple faith that had once grounded him. His prayers, once heartfelt and humble, became rare and hollow. Then, one year, his business faced an unprecedented crisis. A series of bad investments, coupled with an economic downturn, hit his company hard. David, who had always believed in his invincibility, was unprepared. His confidence wavered, and for the first time in years, he felt fear creeping in. In desperation, David turned to the tactics that had always worked in the past. He worked harder, made riskier decisions, and leaned on his network of influential friends. But nothing seemed to stem the tide. His employees grew discontented, and his once loyal partners began to distance themselves. As his business crumbled, so did his personal life. The long hours and constant stress strained his relationship with his family. His wife, feeling neglected and unappreciated, decided to leave him, taking their children with her. One night, alone in his empty mansion, David stumbled upon his old Bible. Desperate and broken, he opened it and read the words that had once brought him peace. He realized how far he had strayed from the path of faith. In his pursuit of success, he had forsaken the values and beliefs that had guided him in the beginning. David fell to his knees and prayed for the first time in years. He asked for forgiveness, for strength, and for guidance. He vowed to turn his life around, not for the sake of regaining his lost fortunes, but to rediscover the peace and purpose he had lost. Slowly, David began to rebuild his life. He sold his mansion and downsized to a modest home. He started attending church regularly, rekindling his faith and reconnecting with his community. He reached out to his family, seeking reconciliation and promising to be a better man. David's business did not return to its former glory, but he found a new path that was more fulfilling. He started a smaller company, one that aligned with his values and allowed him to give back to his community. His relationships with his family improved, and he found joy in the simple things he had once taken for granted. Through his trials, David learned that true success is not measured by wealth or status, but by the integrity of one's character and the strength of one's faith. He found peace in knowing that while he had lost much, he had gained something far more valuable: a renewed relationship with God and a deeper understanding of what it means to live a successful life.
Know your God today and never forsake Him.